have been giving my blood, my sweat, my time. I swear I'll give you a piece of this parcel as soon as I get, as soon as I get what's mine.
Goodnight Moonshine, live here in Studio B. Welcome.
Hi, Joe.
How are y'all doing today?
So great.
We've been doing a whole y'all discussion off the air today.
I spent 10 years in Austin, Texas, and I will never give up the y'all. So
I grew up in Maine, where people somehow think they're entitled to that. I don't know why that is, but
rural Maine also says y'all. So.
Oh, well, okay. Live Studio B sessions on WNCW made possible by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Thanks to them. Why don't we start with a song, then we'll talk a little bit.
Alrighty. This one's called Kitchen Table.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Early every evening, I set the kitchen table. I set the kitchen table, napkin, spoon, fork, and plate. I fill the glasses up and bring the water to my mouth. I bring the water to my mouth to give thanks for another day. And I still love the feeling of my freedom, like my father before me. And I still heed the calling of the world, like my mother, like a mother to my child. With photos on the altar, we scan the generations, to see where we have come from. Then out the picture window, I look at the horizon, to see who I will become. And I still love the feeling of my freedom, like my father before me. And I still heed the calling of the world, like my mother, like a mother to my child. We clear the dining table, and we sweep the kitchen floor. Then something's welling up until it catches in my throat, like some exquisite cosmic joke of everything that I asked for. And I still love the feeling of my freedom, like my father before me. And I still heed the calling of the world, my mother, like a mother to my child.
It's WNCW and Goodnight Moonshine, live in Studio B. The new album's called Business Unusual. How did you all come to that name? Is it part of one of the songs?
It's not part of one of the songs. I don't know. I think just thinking about our life, so we had been touring a lot pre-COVID with the band called Red Molly. I was in that band, and so that was a busy life, and we had one kid. And then COVID hit, and all the music stopped, but also we had a pair of twins. And so the process of rebuilding ourselves with a bigger family and crazy responsibilities meant that we just sort of turned in towards each other and made music like our, I keep wanting to say the word salvation, like we made music the focal point of our life. So we would play it with our kids, we would practice new songs together. I was doing a Patreon every week and releasing music for people online. We were doing concerts online, and and then you thought of the name.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a spin on business as usual, right?
Kind of the opposite.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
So everything about this was just a totally unusual, new kind of a spin on things. It's very unusual to have a married couple front a band. It's even more unusual for them to have kids, and we just don't know Natalie McMaster. We know one other person who takes children on the road, and has so the whole business of that and trying to stay true to ourselves and true to the music in the process became feeling like a very unusual situation.
And yet, like, appropriate, because it also feels like business unusual in the world. And so here we are, like, making the life that we can. And yeah.
Well, I probably would have found this somewhere maybe, but I wanted you all to tell me how the name Goodnight Moonshine came to be, because I sort of made a joke on myself yesterday with those two words.
Yes.
But how did you all decide on that?
I bet your joke is a better story, but
Probably not.
yeah.
Molly and I were searching. So when I first saw Molly play, she played Your Long Journey.
Oh,
Doc
wow.
Watson tune, yeah.
And she embodied it so beautifully. And so I took this big risk. This was before we had even dated. And I sent her this crazy lecture by this guy, Martin Prechtel, who's like a Mayan philosopher / healer, shaman type guy. And it was this like big reach, but it was all about how I think you'd really like this. I saw you sing that song, and it's all about how grief and praise, they don't have two different words for that in Mayan culture because they see it as flip sides of the same thing. And that like praise is love for something you have that you know you're gonna lose. That's why it brings tears to your eyes when your little girl walks down the aisle or whatever. That's it. I could have think of something a little less cliche, but you get the idea. And then grief is love for something that you had that you already lost. It being the same thing. And so we were trying to kind of practically put those together in a name that captured the interplay between these, and sort of darkness and light and Goodnight Moonshine. And then interestingly, it's sort of a riff on we kind of wrote ourselves into this mess because it's sort of a riff on the Goodnight Moon book.
Yeah.
Which is like bedtime stories for adults is sort of what it became kind of.
Right. Well, yeah, that story's way better than the joke I told on myself. So mine was a little more literal
Now
on
I wanna hear
moonshine.
it.
Well,
on the moonshine.
I've been at festivals, at Galax Fiddlers Convention, and I've had some moonshine that made me say goodnight.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah. Some people have to say goodnight to the moonshine eventually.
Yeah. So anyway, but I love the name, and Business Unusual. Not your first album together, right? You guys have a
Right.
couple others.
Yeah, it's our third album together. But the first one that really, I mean, again, that time where we were all like locked in our house with a bunch of kids, Eben had been playing electric guitar, and then he whipped out the acoustic guitar. And because there was so much space and quiet in the world, he would just he'd play one tune and be like, can anyone hear how good this instrument sounds?
I was totally converted. I was literally trying to call my family over. Have you heard this thing? Like, listen to the way this sounds. I heard it for the first time.
So then playing together, we just tried to capture magic by running these takes live. What's cool about that new album is that it sounds live because it is live. We were at home. We have a 3-bedroom house, and one of the bedrooms is for the recording studio, and the kids sleep in the other bedroom together, 3 of them. And so we took take after take and got really special takes, and then added some of our favorite musicians to fill out the bass and drums. But they have a special feel because they're out of time and in time, and you know what I mean? They're just,
Organic.
They're deep time.
Unpolished in just the right way.
Organic.
Yeah, they're
And we
very
call it that.
organic.
Yeah.
They're very organic.
Excuse me, I can't seem to get throat clear.
I got mine clear halfway through that song. Did you hear it? It
yeah.
The glottal came right out.
Same things happens to radio announcers sometimes
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
There you are.